Congratulations! We're just a couple days away from April 15. But have you ever wondered why is a deadline on April 15? So I did some research and let me tell you what I found out. Federal income tax was briefly introduced in 1861 to help fund the Civil War and eventually was held unconstitutional. The taxes were based on assessment, not voluntary tax returns. The tradition of filing taxes during springtime was a practical one. Because it covers calendar year, the government wanted to give enough time for people to prepare records for their income, expenses, credits, and things like that. The original due date for individual income tax return was March 1st, when it again was introduced in 1913. So back then, not that many taxpayers needed to file tax returns. So only single taxpayers with an income over 3K and married filing jointly over 8K needed to file. So if you compare it to this time, it would be 90K and 120K for married filing jointly. So it's only 4% of a population had to file tax returns. Quickly realizing that many taxpayers needed more time to complete their returns, Congress pushed the tax deadline back to March 15 in 1919. Tax deadline remained on that date for another 30 years. But with more people needed to file tax returns, with the threshold is getting lower and the tax law getting more complicated, the government needed to give people more time to file their taxes. In 1954, Congress changed the tax system and adopted a major revision to the IRS code. This change also came with another extension for the tax deadline for individuals, pushing the due date back again to familiar April 15. The intent of giving taxpayers an extra month to prepare their returns was to allow more people to file on time and often get refunds more quickly. Not only this change assist taxpayers, but it also allowed the IRS more time to spread out its workload. So April 15 proven to be a more reasonable date to file the deadline to file taxes, and it stayed there since then. Since 1955, the IRS has established earlier due dates for many informational returns that provide numbers that go as a part of 1040. For example, Forms 1099 or W-2s. Both are due January 31st to make sure that most taxpayers are able to file by the tax day. So since then, the April works for majority of the people. So usually around between 10 to 20% people file extensions and file later in October, but majority people, which is between 80 to 90%, depends on the year and changes in the tax law, file by April 15. So congratulations. I mean, I know it's kind of like an anti-holiday in US, but still, it is a holiday for us tax preparers. So congrats and almost happy April 15.